If I'm gonna split bills, I'd rather split bills with my homegirl. We can go clubbing and come home, and opposed to a man, because a man, I'm having to do emotional labor. You want to sleep with me?
You want a nigga that's gonna be a full-time provider and just pay all your bills and his bills. You want him to be mentally okay while he's doing it, right?
6'3" is too short. Women just go on there just to put men through a humiliation ritual.
To laugh or cry. He had the audacity to block me.
She's George.
I mean, really?
He doesn't deserve you.
No.
What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Baby, you're the man, okay? Supply that table, and all that I gotta do is sit my pretty ass down. The spoons and the napkins, bitch! Damn! I'm tired of this! What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Baby, you're the man, okay? You supposed to have built that table, supplied that table, and all that I gotta do is sit my pretty ass down.
I said, wait a minute.
I'm so confused on what I bring to the table. Huh? To the table? I can tell you what I bring to the vanity mirror, which is MAC foundation, face card lipstick, and some Chanel perfume.
What you bring to the table? You want to go on dates? You want to go out to eat? Bare minimum.
I bring the ketchup and the mustard, okay? And if you lucky, I might bring some relish.
Yeah, you know what? From everything you said, the ketchup, the mustard, and the relish, we can go to Nathan's. And you know what's crazy? Be fine with taking a girl to Nathan's. Say, girl, we gonna go scraping at Nathan's. We go get them fries, them thick fries. Them things delicious. You eat them with the red pick. You guys know about that. When you get Nathan's with the fries, they give you the red pick to dip it and stick in the ketchup. Yeah, delicious. And you're gonna appreciate that, girl. You ain't gotta bring that on the table. You get them relish with them thick fries. You're gonna be full tonight. I'm gonna make sure you good. And then after that, tomorrow, I'm gonna take you out to eat every day, actually. Tomorrow we're going to McDonald's. And then I'm gonna take you jogging in the park to burn it off. Look, of course that's not gonna work. But you gotta give him that, because that's better than this.
Shit. Here I am at Rio, had a date, right? Everything's going good. Watching the game. He gets up to go to the restroom. It's been 45 minutes. He dined and dashed me. Yeah.
You got to be comfortable with this. Either you take them Nathans with the thick fries and that red, it's not a fork. It's like a pick. If anybody never had Nathans, if you guys never had Nathans, if you did, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You dip them in the ketchup, you take that, or get Dine and Dash.
So I'm the first person at Yard House in Rio to get dined and dashed by niggas.
Makes no sense. Look at her. She's George.
I mean, really?
He doesn't deserve you.
Blind? No. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should laugh or cry. He had the audacity to block me. This is what I have to deal with at 43. Oh Lord. Let me drink my free Moscow beer. And look at you.
Did she say she's 43? Man, she just said, this is what I deal with at 43.
剩女, which means leftover women.
No, they paid for my meal. His meal got caught. But listen, I ain't have to pay for that shit. God don't play about me, my boy. God don't play. I ain't spend no money on you, my nigga. Not at all. Not at all.
Tall, because I'm 6'3", so I mean, really? I'm above average. Way above average.
I mean, I feel like I'm a tall girl. Not too tall, but like
you know, just a little bit. So I like, you know, someone who's up here for me. They like 6'5". Usually I would like 6'5", but you know, that's he's just not my type, and not just because of the height thing. But thank you. Like, even he doesn't believe you.
Real quick, like if you take the heels off, you're the same height, right? And you just say these gentlemen over here that's taller than me ain't tall enough for you. So I'm good though. I'm good.
So it's just a clown show and pop the balloon. Kind of that little wave is kind of dying off, but 6'3" is too short. Women just go on there just to put men through a humiliation ritual because they feel like men that they like dragged them through the mud, disrespected them. So then again, they just want to humiliate somebody. That's one thing about women. One thing that God put in the majority of women is vengefulness. They're very vengeful people. You know, when they feel like somebody dogged them out, they got to impose their revenge on anybody. They don't just go for men or women. And it's just them, you know, getting dogged their whole life, and they just want to, you know, publicly dog somebody else because they haven't healed inside.
Brother, I don't think it's that they're getting dogged. This is the state of modern woman. They ain't getting dogged. They dogging. And you know what they say? What do they call dogs? Female dogs, right? I didn't say it. That's what they call it. But girls walking around like, roof. What's that old song for Snoop Dogg? What was that song? Do the dog catcher, do the dog catcher, do the dog catcher. Woo! Doom, 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 roof. That's how it goes around. Roof, doom, 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 roof, doom, 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 roof, doom, 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 roof. Do the dog catcher, do the dog catcher. Dog. Listen, bro, it's been that way for the longest. They're not being dogged. And shout out to the girls that are good. The very few of you out there, but this is what we're dealing with.
Says that she ain't going 50-50. And I'm going to stop this conversation right now. Who am I kidding, bro? These gonna talk about it later. I feel like if you want to go 50-50 with your man or your woman, bro, that's fine, bro. Just know it's gonna be a problem at some point. And if you want a nigga that's gonna be a full-time provider and just pay all your bills and his bills and the rent and mortgage and take care of kids and do insurance and all this stuff, you're gonna be looking for a long time. Because I'm pretty sure not only do you want him to pay all these bills, you want him to be mentally okay while he's doing it, right? And you want him to also give you attention while he's doing these things. And also be loyal as hell, huh? Just only you. And even if you don't feel like, you know, slurping them up once in a while, you just got to deal with the fact you don't want to. Yeah, honestly, I don't know where I'm going to be finding.
Once in a while. Every night to make my mind right. Once in a while.
This nigga with that attitude. And you know, a lot of these women who say this are single and almost 30 or 30 plus for a reason. Mind you, also, like, I'm not even trying to be a dick, but like, why would I do that when I could just have like 3-4 hoes who's gonna send me money if I give them a good story? And another thing, if I'm living Vida Loca, right, I have enough money to pay for myself and you. Why would I use my extra money to please you? What do I gain from that? Comment below.
This is what you gain from it.
100% of our bills been split bills with you.
Holla. They all, this is what they're all saying. Why would I rather pay? I'd rather pay 100% of my bills. Lady, you looking like you should be paying 100% of your bills. Because the man doesn't want to get with you. I'm not going to say that. There's someone for everyone, right? Yeesh.
Because what if we go out to eat and you buy more food than I do and we split the bill? I'm essentially paying more.
Because you're supposed to be in love. When you love somebody, you don't mind making sacrifices for the greater good of the relationship. Because you can always accomplish more together than you ever could apart. And you do realize that the same reasons why you wouldn't want to go 50-50 with a man is exactly why men would rather stay single than take on 100% of your bills plus 100% of his bills. Make it make sense, man.
You got to face it. They have to face the question now. Because men aren't pursuing anymore. Talking like this. And they thinking like, oh, I didn't see this coming. But how could you not? Talking like this for so many years? What else do you expect? Men say, oh yeah, I want to sign up for that. Even when they're looking like this, they're saying the same.
As someone who pays for everything by myself, and I have paid for everything for myself since I was 20. Now at age 23.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Is because I would rather, if I'm going to split bills, I'd rather split bills with my homegirl. We can go clubbing and come home and like chill and eat snacks and cook for each other. Opposed to a man, because a man, I'm having to do emotional labor. You want to sleep with me. You want to be up in my face. It's a lot more work. So I just feel like as a provider, you should be providing, or we should be working towards a goal together. I don't want to be roommates with a man. A lot of men are using women to lower their cost expenses of living. If I was a woman, I can afford it. That's fine. But I feel like living with a man should have some benefit. Like he's helping you in some way or some addition, or you guys are splitting costs in a way that helps you grow as a person. If not, just do it with your homegirl. They're not going to ask you to sleep with them every night. Like, I don't think men grasp that concept.
No. You should be doing it with your homegirls until you get a man. Then you should be going 50-50 with your man. Because I tell you, the people that are making 100,000, you find a lady making that much money, or maybe a little bit less, splitting the bills. The man's making that much money, splitting the bills, and that's how they become rich. We have to get ahead at some point. But you know what? I saw this coming. I say it again. I did.
When a man is consistently staring at me while I'm out enjoying myself, but yet not offering anything, I feel like at that point it's weird. Like, I caught you staring at me 5, 6, 7, 10 times. Are you going to offer a drink? Are you going to offer to pay my tab? Are you going to offer a conversation to get to know who I am? What's going on? Because I feel like a lot of y'all who are shy or just aren't comfortable talking to women make it very fucking hard. Like, roll some balls, get the up and go talk to the woman that you are interested in. Don't tell your friend to go over and tell the woman, yo, my friend is interested in you. Like, that alone just drops you 10 points immediately. Before you can even get any you're already in the negative 10s. Why can't you get up yourself? You know, that's the talking about, right? Like, what are we doing? Respectfully.
Oh my God, I've suffered working in a workplace full of black women. There's nothing like mental health in one place, working in a place full of black women. The most gossip, spiteful, hate, jealousy, bear snitching, and there's certain places where they just hire pure black women, pure mental health in one place. Probation, NHS, nursing, just pure black women, pure madness in one place. I'm just over it. I've suffered working in a workplace full of black.
So it's crazy because even you ladies can't stand each other. That's something. That's a sight to behold. All right? Because you see it all the time. But you ladies need to listen. If you're not going to listen to us, listen to this. Why she looks so upset when she says that? Understand it. Why is it difficult to work with black women? She's stating some of the same things that men are saying. Understand the problems, lady.
Never talk about my personal dating life on here. I'm making a rare exception today. When I tell you, the story I'm about to tell you, I thought only happened in movies. Like, I'm still trying to process that what happened to me actually happened to me this weekend. So I unfortunately got back on Hinge, after like a 2.5, almost 3 year hiatus from virtually all of the dating apps except for Raya here or there, but I haven't been on Hinge. I swore off Hinge, and primarily that's because at the end of the day, Hinge and all dating apps are a for-profit business. Their incentive is to keep us on there longer, because the longer we're on there, the more we pay for it, the more we pay for it, the more frustrated we are. We keep paying for it. That's how they make their money. At the end of the day, Match Group has shareholders to appease. I work in business. I'm not stupid. Why would I put my love life to shareholder value? Anyway, I ended up putting my love life to shareholder value. Primary reason, my life lately has really been work, home, work, home. Something had to give. So I reluctantly went on a date this weekend, kind of, from Hinge, with a man that I knew wasn't really my type. I wasn't really attracted to him. I look at LinkedIn's before I look at Instagram's. All I'm gonna say is this was never really gonna work out, but YOLO. Maybe he could surprise me, as my friends like to say, let him surprise you. I went on the date. The date lasted 15 minutes. The date lasted 15 minutes because he left me in the middle of the date. So I get ready, I get dressed, I go all the way to the East Village in the city to meet a man named Les. I'll probably tag him below because like what he did was actually crazy. And he was so nervous. It looked like he was like about to have a panic attack. He was talking really fast. It was him like shaking when he was pouring water. And as like multiple times during the date, I was like, are you okay? Like, it's okay. It's just a date. Like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like talking, like literally talking like Gilmore Girls. Speed of light.
Man, I feel bad for the brother. He was nervous. The man was nervous because probably when he first talked to you, he was nervous. Or he could have known you from work. No, you met him on Hinge, right? Let me tell you something. For a man to talk to you on a dating app, it's a lot different than in person, right? The guys feel comfortable because of what females do in person. And then men end up tricking off their money in person. But let me let her finish.
Anyway, the questions are very high level. Like, where are you from? What do you do? Blah, 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 blah. And I already, like, I look at LinkedIn's. I already know what he did. He also lied about what he did on the date. So then he asked me where I'm from. I'm from Chicago. What do I do? Y'all don't need to know my business. Just know my bills are paid and I do very well for myself. But I didn't tell him that. I just said, oh, I work in marketing and tech. That's it. I didn't tell him what type of tech. I didn't tell him what company. I just said, oh, I work in marketing and tech. Very simple. Very simple. I could see on his face that he started to squirm a little bit because I just know different tax brackets. So during the date, we go to order food. He wants a Guinness.
Entitled. He could have read it on you. How could he read it? Right? From the way you sound. Because seriously, I'd have been sitting down with you and said, oh, she thinks she hot stuff. I'm going to leave. That would have been me. Seriously. I'm going to leave. Because what did you do? And what you're trying to do now, but if you're trying to do it now, that's how you are. You're showing the world how you are. Hi, it's me. I'm a jerk. But go ahead, finish. Make yourself look more foolish.
I want wine. I had not eaten all day, so I was like, I'll just keep it simple. I'll get some wings. Put in the order for food. Then he says, hey, I need to go use the bathroom. No problem. I'm thinking he's going to use the bathroom. He's going to wash his hands, whatever. 2 minutes go by. 3 minutes go by. 5 minutes go by. I'm not even thinking anything of it. Then the hostess comes, finds me at the table and says, hey, your date left. He told me to tell you he had an emergency and he left. When I say I was so gobsmacked, I didn't even know how to process it. That was honestly the craziest experience I've I've had crazier. But one of the craziest experiences that I've ever had off Hinge and in dating in general, he literally ghosted me 15 minutes into the date because I think he looked me up and down, realized he could not afford me, could not intellectually keep up with me. We live two different lifestyles. Mind you,
What is she saying? He couldn't handle me. I was too much for him. Don't talk to me when you see me in the city with my... Come on, guys. What did I say before? The land. The land of the modern woman. Oh, it's too much, And my Sarah Jessica Parker, as a black woman, I've looked up to her my whole life. I couldn't wait to work in the city to be just like her.
older than me, like by a year, but like education didn't match, careers didn't match, lifestyle didn't match. It wasn't a match. But I was okay with it because I went in knowing I was going to just go to have a good time, maybe make a new friend, whatever. He got so nervous that he literally got up, left, told the hostess to tell me without...
The man probably really had an emergency. Sorry to stop it, y'all. But what if he was telling the truth? He could have been nervous, but what if he was telling the truth about that? Two things can be right at the same time.
saying anything to his face that he had a emergency, and then left me with the bill. Now, did I pay the bill? No. I left because the food hadn't even come out yet. I was just like, y'all need better men, because why would you ask me on a date all the way in the city, have me commute all the way from Brooklyn just to leave when the apps are ordered and then not say anything? Now you think I should be embarrassed sharing this, but I'm not, because I'm gonna tag him, because that was crazy. Don't ever do that shit to me again. Don't do that to any girl again. Like, have you lost your mind? I also forgot to add, after the hostess told me, I was about to message him because, like, for like 2 seconds, I was like, okay, maybe he really did have an emergency. Looked up to Hinge, because I don't exchange numbers until after, like, a first Hinge date. He unmatched me. He literally left. Unmatched me. So then I went to his Instagram. I wasn't going to message him. I wasn't going to do any of that things. I went to his Instagram, and then I went to, like, his business page, his agency's Instagram, and found, like, screenshots of him talking to ChatGPT. He has instructions for his chatty to call him babe. And this is really the crux of, like, the male loneliness epidemic. You guys are awful people. You're not ambitious. You lack ambition. You use AI to be your emotional, like, response girlfriend. And you just use other corn things to get your satisfaction. I don't know why Scott Galloway wants to blame everything but the men themselves for the situation that they're in. Very, very, very deranged, very awful people.
But you better not be struggling with no man next to you. And amen. Amen. Why are you suffering and you're struggling? And there's a man that is resting on the side. If a man is laying next to you, girl, he need to be taking that burden. He need to be taking that burden off your back, okay? Girl, you better not be laying there suffering and struggling and bills not paid and there's a man laying on the side of you. No, not gonna work. Not gonna happen. That's not to say, relationships don't have season where you both are trying to figure things out. But not you. I'm struggling and you over there resting and chilling and ain't nothing bothering you. Baby, my worries is your worries. Shoot.
My worries are your worries. When literally what a lot of you do is make worries and bills. And men are happy alone because they're not spending extra money on bills. Like, you know how they make fun of guys, or they say, look at that passport, bro. Look at his house. He just has a bed. and people will laugh at that. But I look at that and go, That man is banking. Do you know how many guys will have a living room with just a couch in it, right? And then a bedroom with just a bed in it, maybe a dresser. That's a dresser he had for like 5 to 10 years. Do you know how much money that man is saving? But he's fully, his S&P 500 is doing very well. Do you know how much money that man has banked? He probably taps into that money to go on vacation from time to time. These ladies don't understand. Some men are living. That guy she could have been talking to is probably living, chilling. He's just not getting none. Yeah, that's his case. He's one of the guys that's maybe struggling with loneliness, but not all guys are. So for you to make that blanket statement, this is what we're dealing with now.
Generous man. Why are you struggling every month? And I'm not asking that to be shady. I genuinely want you to sit back and think about this for a second. Because a lot of you get access to money, but still think from a survival mode lens. So every time a man gives you something, you immediately turn around and spend it on temporary relief in consumerism. The bag, the trips, the hair, the shoes, the aesthetic, the Instagram post proving that you're living the life. Meanwhile, your actual life has not structurally changed at all. And that's the part that should really, really concern you. Because some of y'all have taken what should have been a chess game and turned it into checkers. You had access to a man with resources, connections, influence, and financial power. And instead of you using that season to reposition your future, you used it to fund temporary excitement. So now every month, you're right back stressed again, right back struggling, right back trying to survive, right back needing another little cash app to hold your life together. Meanwhile, there's another woman in the exact same position as you thinking, how do I use this access to change my life permanently? Because there's a difference between looking like you live well and actually building a life that exists outside of a man funding it. And that is why some women spend years around wealthy men and still walk away with nothing but designer bags, old photos, and memories. No assets, no investments, no business, no long-term stability, no real lifestyle outside of that relationship. And that's not positioning, my friends. That's consumerism keeping you emotionally distracted while the opportunity passes you by. And honestly, wealthy men can always tell the difference between a woman building a future and a woman trying to look rich for the moment.
See, you heard her, right? She's one of the ones, and you can look on her link. It says, for coaching, contact me. She's supposed to be helping females. This talk is not helping. It's hurting. This is like the last video I did, right? This is that feminist talk. And it's killing modern women. Dating is over. You can do it. You can make it. You got to find someone who's, if you're looking to stay back home, you got to find someone who's willing to accept everything that these females aren't. They're out there. Not many, but they're out there. But things are crazy right now. It's a long, hard road for a lot of you ladies.
He asked me how many bodies I had, and I told him 1,000. And he left me. He was like, oh, you have 1,000 bodies as a woman? I was like, yes, what's wrong with that? He got up and left me at the table. I had to pay for my own meal, my own food, and I had to Uber myself home.
So when men talk about their expression towards women, I truly understand. And a lot of times I didn't want to talk about this because I didn't want women to call me a pick me. But then I thought about the women I dated, and women I wouldn't pick y'all anyway. When I was dating women, I was picking problems. I was picking chaos. Ooh, selfishness. I picked selfishness. It's funny because women really think that they don't have to contribute or bring nothing to the table. Who about to be protected and provided? And you're not doing nothing? So when men express themselves in regards to women, I truly understand. Don't nobody wants to be with a loser girl. Just because you pretty, that don't mean nothing. Your looks don't mean nothing. Unless you're contributing, helping me build, you don't mean nothing. So I understand where men be coming from. And women, I wouldn't pick y'all either.
A win is a win. A win is a win.
Yeah. That just wraps it up. But ladies, we come to a point where you have to accept. But I say this because me, I'm long gone. But to you guys out there, we're at the end of the video. If you want an opportunity where you can make some extra money or even stop doing what you're doing now, definitely reach out to me. I can show you how to hire others to work for you or even work online yourself. I've been doing this many years, right? Before I started on YouTube, I was making money. I can literally show that in my consultation, right? But I show within 10 minutes how to make the money. The money's out there. And the wild thing is, like when they talk about the matrix, it's wild because when I get my consultations, I tell guys, don't you see how I opened up the matrix just now? They go, yeah. You literally showed me all the money I could be making. I never looked at it this way. Welcome to the other side. But yeah, guys, definitely my link is in the description. Also in the comments, reach out to me. But other than that, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I put a lot of thought into these videos. Other than that, peace out. See you next one.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.